Before we get started on all the steps for clocking in and out of CBIZ and entering PTO, I really want to stop and take just a moment to talk about who that will be, who's going to be clocking in and out of CBIZ, and who enters PTOs in CBIZ. So, all employees who are hourly and do not complete visits, example like education, clerical, QAPI, recruiting, billing, marketing, those type rows. That's not all the rows. That's just an example of some of the rows because they don't directly complete visits every single day. Those roles are going to be clocking in and out of CBIZ and entering PTOs in and out of CBIZ. So you won't be using HomeCare Homebase to clock in and out anymore if you are a role that is hourly and you do not do visits. Now, salary employees, you will only enter PTOs in CBIZ. So you will just be entering PTOs. As a salary employee, you will not be clocking in and out of HomeCare Homebase or CBIZ, but you will need to put those PTO time requests in CBIZ. Okay, let's get started and let's go and look at all the steps that we need to take in CBIZ to clock in and out, adjust our time, and enter PTO request. I am back logged in on my main home screen and I'm going to show you how to clock in and out and how to make a PTO request and how to do a scheduling time change. So just for reference and to go back over, who's going to be clocking in and out? It's going to be any of the designated positions that are going to be doing their time in CBIZ. So that will be, for example, education, HR, recruiting, all clerical rows. And we can do it on the desktop laptop, which is the back office version, or we can do it on the mobile app as well. And I'll show you both. But for the desktop, the back office version, you have, when you first log in, you have your clock in and out. So the first steps that you want to do as an employee that is required to use CBIZ to clock in and out is go to your clock in and you want to clock in. Now, when you clock out, you're just going to clock out the same way. You can view your time by looking right below. There's a blue hyperlink for view my timesheet. So I can click on that and that's going to bring up all my time. It'll give me my history as well. So as you can see for today on 5/23, I clocked in. It is showing that I'm late because my scheduled time is Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So the system is going to show you're late. Maybe I used a PTO this morning, or maybe I was late. Maybe the computer was down and I need to do a change request of time. So if that ever happens and you need to adjust your time and do a change request, you have to do that by submitting that to your supervisor. And you can do it right here from this screen. So you have the option up here on your right-hand corner. You have a change request. So I'm going to click that and I'm going to fill in the template is what this is a template. So I'm going to select what kind of change request. So you have many options here. So you can do cancel time, add time entry, add punch in and out, add my missed lunch break, add my missed lunch break start, add my lunch break end, delete an entry, modify a punch out, modify a time off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify my punch in and I'm going to have to select my date. So when do I want to modify? I want to modify today. Okay. Once I adjust the modification, then I can see that now I'm going to change it to Friday at 8. I'm going to put my reason why I want to change it. So I'm going to say the internet was down. And then I'm going to submit change. Now, it's not going to show up right away when I submit my change, but it's going to go to my supervisor to approve that for me. So it's going to go to my supervisor to adjust it and approve it. Now, if they decline it, then I'll be able to see that decline there on my screen. But if they accept it, then I will be able to see that adjustment there. I am not going to push submit my time yet because I'm not done. So at the end of my pay period, that's when I would push my submit my time because that's when I would be done. I am just going to save because I want to save everything that I do. So I'm going to save from in and outs. But again, I'm still waiting for my supervisor to approve my change request. So now I'm going to clock out. I'm going to pretend I'm going to lunch and I'm going to clock out. So I'm going to clock out and it shows that I'm clocked out. Now when I come back from lunch, I'll clock back in. Again, if I need to make a change to any of my time, I can go to my view timesheets and then I can do a change request and submit that over for my supervisor. I also have the options right here on this view that I'm looking at on my timesheet edit. I also have the options to clock in and clock out. I also have the options to share it. If I need to share and maybe show my supervisor my screen, I can share it. I can upload documents if I need to have supporting documents, whatever I need to do. When I click submit, I do want to show you what that looks like though. When you click submit, it's going to give you a confirmation that you want to ensure you want to submit it. So it's going to say once timesheet is submitted for approval, any further modifications would not be allowed. Do you want to continue? So I'm not going to submit it just yet because I'm not ready to turn my timesheet in full yet. But when I do these change requests, they will go over to my supervisor to adjust my time. I can also go to the 3 bars in the corner here, and so I can click on that. I have it on my time, and I can go here, and I can also view timesheets here. So I can look at the same thing I was looking at, current time. I can look at historical, and I can look at my change request. I can also do a time off request here. So this is not the only place I can do a time off request. I can do it on my main screen with my circle here that's got my time and my time off. So I can do my time request. I can see all my time requests there as well. But I'm going to go right here to my time, and I'm going to do a time off request to show you what that looks like. That is something that has to go to my supervisor as well. So I'm going to click on my time off request, and it's going to show me my current balances, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like. So my time off request, you have to fill the template in. It does bring up my calendar view, so if I wanted to see all my dates, I could see all my dates and I could see my other items off. I'm going to say this is a PTO vacation, but you can see that you have many options there. So you have PTO holiday, PTO office closure, PTO personal, and PTO sick. I'm going to say it's a PTO vacation, and then I'm going to start my request. So you have to fill the template out. So I'm going to come here. You have multiple days options, partial days, bulk, and partial day start stop. I am going to just do the partial day one day, and I'm going to do today. I'm just going to, well, let's actually do the 26th. And I'm going to do the 8 hours. And then in my comment section, I have to put a comment. No matter what, I always have to put a comment. Okay. And then I'll submit that, and that goes over to my supervisor for request. But if there's any negative balance or there's any reason why I can't use PTO, it's going to show that immediately, and I'm going to be able to see immediately why I couldn't use PTO. That gave me a notification, but let me show you what it would look like if I needed to send it all the way through to my supervisor. It was a good, strong day that I wanted to request PTO time off. I would just hit submit request, and that would go through and you get your successful done. Now, I want to show you on the calendar what it looks like when it's approved versus not approved. So this is the one that I just submitted for the 27th, and so that shows that it is not full color and it's pending. So that's still pending my supervisor's approval. Now, once my supervisor approves it, it's going to come back and it's going to be a solid color like these two that are on my calendar. So that's going to be the difference, and you'll be able to see that when you're taking that quick glance at your calendar. Okay, so as you can see, there's many options on the CBIZ application where you can enter your time. You can enter your time off and your PTO time request off from the mobile app as well. Some devices will look exactly like this. There's no different in the device view. You'll be able to see the screen no differently. It'll just be a little smaller, so you'll have to scroll over and scroll down. But there are some devices that the view will be completely different, and so we'll look at what that looks like as well when you have a device where the screen is set up a little different. That is entering time in PTO. You can view it. There's many options in here you can view. You can look at my time, so you can see all your times in and out by looking at the my time. You can view it from this screen. You can go to your bar in the left-hand corner, and you can choose my time, and you can see your current timesheets. You can also see historical information, so you can view as well. Like I said, you will see everything here that you've entered, and you might have some late entries, because maybe you did clock in late, so those might need some adjustments. You can go to your schedule. So on the 3 bars in the left-hand corner, you have your option that you can go to your schedule, and you can see a calendar view. So you'll be able to see PTO time on your calendar view as well. So you can see it by looking to the left-hand side where you've got just a little notification, or you can move over and you can change your days. And if you know what day you had your PTO request in, then you can also see that on your calendar view. So for instance, I had some PTO requests that I put in that I needed to get approved, and so you can just move over there and you can look at that. And if you do have something you put in, it'll be showed on the right-hand plane where you can see your actual time. Again, everything has to go to your supervisor to approve that time, so they will be approving all of your time. And once they do, and they approve your, whether it's time in and out changes or it is PTO, then this will be updated on your dashboard screen once the approval happens. I'm logged on to my mobile application, and I want to show you, depending on the mobile device you're on, you will have different views. So I am on one of my mobile devices, and it has the view exactly like the back office. So you can see all my functionalities there. It's just smaller. So I have to scroll over or scroll down. So it looks exactly like entering time, PTO, viewing time. Everything is the same as the back office. So if this is what it looks like when you log onto your mobile app, then you'll just be able to follow the back office training. But again, there are some devices that's going to look a little differently. So my next session of education, I want to show you if you log in on your mobile device and your screen looks different than what it does on the back office view, I want you to be able to see how to navigate and how to enter time request and PTO request in that version as well. This will be what the view looks like, so just a little bit different view. So let's go through and let's navigate through all of these options and how to enter your time if you have a different view on your mobile application. We're going to talk about how do I submit my PTO request using the HCM to go application. So your step one is to make sure that you have the ACM to go application downloaded. HR would have initially sent you this information on how to download. You can do this by going to your Play Store and downloading the application. Once you've downloaded, you will log in. If you do not have a login yet, then you will need to reach out to your HR department to get this information. Once you log in, you're going to come to the next screen that has several options. You're going to do this request. It's a little bit down, so just scroll down and you'll see request. Once you click on request, you're going to have the time off option pop up. You're going to select that, and then from there it's a template. You are going to select the type, whatever that may be, whether it's a PTO holiday, PTO personal, whatever that may be. You're going to select the type, and then you're going to select the date by just clicking on the calendar, and then you're going to start the request. Your step 7 is going to be another template. You're going to select the request type. So is that a partial day, a bulk day, or is that multiple days? And then you're going to confirm the date. And then you're going to add the hours that you want to take off. You can add a comment if needed. Once you've completed that, then you're going to press Submit Request. You will then get a confirmation, and it will show that it went through successfully. You can click OK. Now for step 9, we're just going to know how to go back and look at our request. You're going to go back to your home screen by pushing your back button, and now you're going to select Time Off. And you will be able to see that time off coming up. For me, I selected that I was going to take 8 hours on 10/18 off, and it shows there when my next selected time off is. That completes our training on clocking in and out, entering PTO request, and entering time change request. Now remember, PTO request and time change request will have to go under the approval or rejection of your supervisor. So you enter those, but they don't go onto your calendar and your schedule view until you can see that your supervisor has approved them. And just remember that it'll be partially colored when it's still in the pending status, and then you'll have a full colored bar on your schedule whenever you see that on your calendar view when it's approved. Thank you guys.